I'm so sorry, guys. My mouth is full. I hit starting soon and then I was immediately like, I'm kind of hungry. Hi. Let me fix the exposure real quick. Oh my god. Thankfully there was a peach in the fridge. Happy Pride, everybody. Most professional streamer you've ever met. If today is too cold, can I take it as a hate crime? Wait, where you're at, Shin, it's cold? In June? How? I'm sorry. Wait. Oh, is it because it's technically winter for you right now? Are you guys inverted from us because you're southern hemisphere? I always forget like where people live, but I think Shin is southern hemisphere. Says yes, I was 28 months. Thank you for the resub. You've developed a crippling Minecraft addiction. Not to feed into your crippling Minecraft addiction, but did you guys know that we have a community Minecraft server? I log in sometimes just to look. It's hosted through our Discord. I think you can just I forget how it works, but there's like a through the Discord activity. I think you can launch it. South America's almost winter. Ah, okay. I was right then. It's southern hemisphere situation. Kami, happy 20 stream streak. I actually did not realize you guys got stream points for stream streaks. That's pretty cool. Okay. Hold on, what the heck's going on with my YouTube stream? Oh my god, I think the stream manager is like glitching out. All good. Whatever. I forgot about it. Time to log in and build stuff. Yeah! Wait, really? Indeed, Hyde. If you go... So just launch the Yingferno server and then... Here, let me try to do it right now. I'm pretty sure you just have to go to Yingferno. And then, how does this work? I honestly cannot remember. It's been a while since I last did this. Also, once it's in your Minecraft server list, I think you can just go in through Minecraft. But like in terms of getting the info, how does this work? Damn, I might have to reinstall you uninstalled Minecraft? Shin has never played Minecraft. I was also a very late starter, Shin. I feel like everybody I knew had been playing it for like years. 9.5 human days of activity. Oh my god, CC. Hello, Mobius. Welcome. Sorry, we're gonna get started once I finish eating this peach. Game server section above the channels. Oh, there it is. Yes, thank you, Aurora. And then it should, yeah, there's just a big blue button and it says join game server. Blue? Purple? Something like that. You just click it and it launches Minecraft. Ta-da! One of the cooler features Discord has added, I think. I needed the storage for my uncountable amounts of visual novels. Oh, Hyde, I see why you're here today. Welcome, visual novel enjoyer. I just dropped my peach and now it's covered in Sapporo fur. I can't eat that anymore. I'm a newbie to this space. I'm a new visual novels fan. So I was like, okay, here's what happened. I obviously started playing some visual novels on stream and I was like, these are kind of goated. Like, I want to play more visual novels. And then in the process, I had a friend who was like, did you know there's like a lot of Chinese visual novels and they're a really good way, especially like Chinese Yuri visual novels, really good way to practice Chinese reading. I was like, wait, that sounds amazing. So I spent like hours and hours and hours like researching Chinese Yuri visual novels and like visual novels in general. And I have like a shit ton wishlisted and bookmarked, and I bought a few and there's some free ones I have saved, and then a bunch of them like aren't on Steam, so then I have like a whole bookmarks folder for those. So I'm like, I'm becoming newly inducted into the visual novels fold. Very new here. I have a lot in the list and I like haven't played that many. I've played a few, I guess. I think back before we moved over to the new YouTube channel, I wonder if it's still, it might still be in my Twitch VODs list. We played that one Yandere Yuri visual novel. What's it called? The fairy tale one? I forget what it's called. But that one was like very popularly recommended. Basically, I'm new here and I think a lot of you guys are like longtime VN fans. So I'm excited to embark on this journey with you. Uncles and aunties, what is the VN about? Oh, okay. I didn't finish my story. So in the process of looking into a bunch of visual novels, and starting to play them on stream, I started to get like a lot of developer emails from like indie visual novel devs who are like, hey, if I give you a game key, would you play my game on stream? And I'm like, yeah. So, Endesis, I think is that how you pronounce it? Endesis, something like that, are the developers of the visual novel that we're playing today. I believe their most popular title is called It Paints Me, which I meant to play on stream. I didn't get around to it. It comes highly recommended to me as well. But they just released a new visual novel like a few weeks ago called The Last Winter Night. And I foolishly assumed it was a Yuri visual novel. I don't think it is. It has some like romance elements to it, but it's not a romance focused visual novel. So I was like, I'll play it during Pride Month because it's a Yuri VN. It's not a Yuri VN. I'm committing pride crimes right now. But it's okay. Plenty of time to, you know what? The thing is, like, when you're queer, you don't have to, like, Pride Month is every month. Right? Hear me out, right? I'm correct. So we don't have to limit ourselves to Yuri visual novels in only Pride Month. I can spend all year playing I got Yuri baited, yeah. Well, I mean, the developer's like known for making Yuri VNs, so I just kind of assumed. I didn't, honestly, like, my fault. I should have read the press kit. It Gets So Lonely Here. Yes, that was the title of the other VN, Aurora. That one was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I can't believe how quickly they made that. Like, a lot of these, especially the free VNs, it looks like a lot of them come out of like game jams and such, which I think is really cool. So kind of want to look into like what software people use to develop VNs. I kind of want to make my own. But Delulu is the Salulu. It's Yuri if you believe hard enough. Hanging out here till I go home in about an hour. Hello, Nameless. Welcome to YouTube chat. My Yuri bait scandal. What? As in, I'm the one baiting you guys through Yuri, or I'm the one getting baited? I actually can't tell. Anyways, our VN streams tend to be pretty quiet. I think on both Twitch and YouTube, but I just want to do more VN streams despite that. It'll be okay. I don't think the numbers matter too much for me anymore. If you see me snacking on something on the side, it's rice pudding. Can you tell I got like seriously hungry? Ooh, there's pistachios in this. It's some leftover rice pudding. Oh my god, that's so overexposed. It's just a bowl of white. Okay, shall we? I can't really snack because in visual novel streams I'm like reading. Next time you read on the press material. Next time you read the press material, I see it. I see it. You got me there, Warped God. Delicious bowl of pure glowing white. The author of that VN is writing like half a dozen at once, if not more. She's a beast. Yeah. Wait, do you mean the It Gets So Lonely Here? I feel like that author is always like pushing out new VNs for sure. But I think Endesis is pretty prolific as well. So, okay. Without further ado, let's scoot on over. I have it all set up here. Okay. So the only context I have for this visual novel, I like skimmed the press kit before setting up today's stream. But I prefer to go in blind if I can. I just get some high level themes. And I believe we play, the dev wrote that they had rewritten everything into second person after originally sketching this out in a game jam. And we play from the second person as we possess like a suit of armor, I think. And then the general mechanic is like piecing together fragmented memories. You like try to figure out what's going on. So themes of like memory and grief is what I'm mostly getting. Some light romance elements, but it's not the focus. Okay, cool. Vampire Yuri VN. Isn't that, wasn't there one developed by the same people who made, didn't 2.5 Studios just release a Vampire Yuri VN? That's certainly on my list. I think I bought it already. So you guys may see me stream it soonish. Maybe I'll save it for October. I don't know. But if that's the one you were going to recommend, Hyde, then I'm already aware of it. But if there's more, then gladly. Cages of Roses. Cages of Roses. Is that the one? I'm just going to search it up and make sure. Cages of Roses. Okay, it's not on Steam, so it's not the one I got. Cages of Roses. Cage of Roses? Oh, no, it is Cage of Roses. It is Cage of Roses. Just Cage, not Cages. Yes. Cage of Roses is, in fact, the 2.5 Studios Vampire Yuri VN that I was thinking of very specifically. That's the one. Grief and themes of cinnamon. This is the cinnamon. Okay. One more tea sip and I'll start reading. Lock in. I love rice pudding so much. Holy shit. Okay. Here we go. Let me get the audio up. Sapporo, I'm literally just about to start and that's when you choose to come bother me? Really? What? She's so loud. What do you want? I think she's jumping up onto my bed. Yep, up she goes. You can do it. You've done it. Oh, she almost fell. Here. You want a cave? I'm just building a little blanket for her. Sometimes she doesn't go in immediately. It takes her a little while. Okay. If you've recommended something that was already on Ying's list. Yeah. Great minds think alike. What do we say here? Birds of a feather flock together. That's what's happening. Okay. Just checking. Stream health looks good on all fronts. YouTube healthy. Twitch healthy. You guys are not stuck in ads, I hope. I did not get my ad manager up today. Okay. I think we're ready to go. YouTube chat looking good. It's just Nameless in there right now, I think. Hello, Nameless. Okay. I don't know what she's meowing about. I don't know what she wants. Here we go. Oh, the little sword cursor. Click on objects to interact with them, or mouse over and press enter. We'll just click. I think one thing that drew me into this VN was the art style. Like, for sure, the art style. It's just so gorgeous. I'm like already getting the vibes, you know? Has your journey been long? Click on highlighted words. But at last, you're here, where you belong. It's good to see you again. Title screen. I believe this is the, like, knight's suit of armor that we're haunting, question mark? The swords. Okay, start. Lost soul. Let me move my mic closer. Wandering through mist and snow. Do you feel the touch of iron cold? Sapporo's doing the merp sound. Merp. I can't do it. Before you awoke, there was nothing. No warmth or light, no touch nor taste, no sound nor sight. No dreams, no fears, no memories. Only a dark as vast and boundless as the sunless sea. Sorry, I just realized you guys couldn't hear the music until now. Okay. You were one soul adrift among the dead that came before you. A droplet in an ocean. Silence became the barest rustle of sound. Wind. You're here again, in the world of the living. As if you never left. As if, when you closed your eyes for the final time, you were only dreaming. You tried to recall what a dream is, what it means to wake from sleep. When you were alive, and sleep was a different being altogether from death. Feel. Moments pass. You remain still for some time, letting the sensations of the world around you flood your consciousness, grounding yourself in the flow of time itself. Time. You once felt its passage with painful clarity. The world of the living is a finite and fragile one, fleeting as frost beneath the morning sun. But now, you have the luxury of waiting. Something falls gently around you. Snow. You form the word in your mind, feel its shape with your consciousness. Soft, white, cold. You shiver out of instinct. Something metallic clangs and rattles as you do. Shin wants me to be doing this reading in a British accent with the posh Brit redeem. I'll do my best. Let's do a little warm-up. Okay. But the bite of cold never comes. Listen. The roar of the wind, the creaking of iron, the song of a place abandoned by time. If solitude had a sound, would this be its melody? Look. Finally, you decide to examine your surroundings, or rather, your encasings. Ooh. I love the chalk outline. You try to move your fingers and something metallic clicks in response. A steel gauntlet follows your command, clinking softly as you twist and turn. But this gauntlet and vambrace are hollow. No flesh is encased beneath them, not even bone. Yet, as you bend your arm, how do you pronounce that? What is that? What's a cowder?
Kuti.
Kuti. In English, it's cowder. It's the defense for the elbow in a piece of plate armor. Oh! Like the elbow guard thing. What's the pauldron? Plate or leather armor. Plate armor evolved from spalders. They cover the shoulder area. Okay, cool. Yet, as you bend your arm, how would you say that? The cowter and pauldron move to your command. The rings of an iron there's so many words I don't know!
Hauberk.
The rings of an iron hauberk clatter against the empty
Cuirass.
Against the rings of an iron hauberk clatter against the empty
Cuirass.
I've got to look up every other word I'm saying. It's driving me insane. Okay. Once more with feeling. Lord of the Ring narration with Posh Brit. Nameless is laughing at me. Okay. Lock in. The rings of an iron hauberk clatter against the empty cuirass of your torso. You know that once, long before the currents of the sunless sea took all memory from you, you had flesh. You lived and breathed. Lived and breathed and fought and killed until you died yourself. See. Gingerly, you reach for your visor and crack it open, then closed until your vision settles into focus. What you see is yourself. Your reflection, rather, in a broken mirror on an old stone wall. An empty helm stares back at you. As you shift and turn, your cuirass and pauldrons shift along with you, clanging in the dimness. Am I Was I a knight? You concentrate, searching for any traces of the past that linger on in your soul. Linger on your soul. You find nothing but flashes of sensation, flickers of emotion. You clench your gauntlets as you feel them wash over you. Fear, rage, regret. The hilt of a sword in your grip. A war cry on your lips. Hunger, cold. You have killed, and you have commanded others to kill. Violence is no stranger to you. Neither is the feeling of cold steel surrounding you. But beyond these sensations, no memories come to you. Not yet. Perhaps in time you'll know what drew your spirit not only to your armor, but to this place as well. For now, you turn to the rest of your surroundings. All right, I think we have superseded the 3-minute goal for Posh Brit. Thank you, Shin, for the redeem. Back to my much less pretty American accent now. Objects will not yield all their secrets upon a single look. Try examining them more than once to reveal more insights. Thank you, Shin. I'm glad you enjoyed it. A summary of your discoveries, as well as an inventory and helpful terms, can be found in the codex. Oh, over here, down here. Oh, cool. Okay. When you have clicked on everything in a room at least once, the frost around the edges of the screen will disappear. I hope you can find yourself again. Oh. I like how literal that is. You take another look in the mirror, trying to make out more details on your armor. Going to politely disagree with the description of your American accent. I'm grateful, Warped Gun. Liking the sketch and painted texture like art style. I know, right, Nameless? I feel like usually we're like, don't judge a book by its cover, but I feel like with VNs, the art style actually matters a lot for your like immersion into the work. So I feel like it's fair to judge visual novels by their cover. It's a deep black, though the metal's luster has been lost to time. Delicate engravings cover its plates. Spiraling leaves and gilt florals trace its surface like ivy on the wall. The crest carved onto the center of the cuirass resembles a bird, a crow, or a raven, you think. Corvids. It's an intricate piece of craftsmanship. Beautiful, truly. But more importantly, it feels familiar. Comforting. Wearing it makes you feel less like a spirit and more like you. Whoever you were. Plate armor is already expensive. Hence, only knights can afford to wear full suits into battle. Armor this ornate could only have belonged to someone of great status or renown. Queer ass, more like queer ass. Happy Pride! Ain't that right, Saturn? Alright, if I was so important, why wasn't my spirit laid to rest? Great men are given great funerals. Prayers and dirges from sunrise to sundown. 100 flickering candles to guide his spirit across the sunless sea. Am I a man? A grand pyre to burn away mortal regrets. Either I received not even the barest courtesy at my death, or the burden on my soul weighed so greatly no flame could hope to lift it. One more. You examine your reflection again, trying to remember your features. Your armor stands at an impressive height. You were tall then, and must have been physically fit to don it. What did I look like? Was I rough and imposing? Dignified and princely? Would it be vain to wish that I was handsome? Knights are the heroes of countless stories for a reason. Perhaps you were a slayer of monsters like in the Tales of the Mist, or you simply wish that were true. A hollow suit of blackened steel looks back at you from within the mirror surface. Oh, this is all fresh text. Oh my god. Your armor was once, and still is, beautiful. Yet, though tarnished, not a scratch covers it. Like it was never worn into battle. Like it stood here, unused, never to fulfill its purpose. You know that even the most beautiful armor is built to protect. For lords and knights, conveying one's lineage is as important on the battlefield as off it. If you fought for your master, you didn't do so in this suit. Then why was I drawn to it? Why this armor and not one that protected me in life? A suit of armor that was never worn into battle stares back at you. You can only wonder why your spirit was drawn to it instead of the one you wore in life. Okay, windows. Broken windows gape like an open jaw, drawing icy breaths of wind into the wide stone room. Shards of glass litter the floor like a revenant's teeth, buried under soft white mounds of snow. I do wish that I slayed. Saturn, where are you getting these from? The way you just... Okay. A winter storm gathers and grows. I do wish that I slayed. Like, how do you think of this? Oh my fucking god. Lock in, bitch. Oh my god. Great. A winter storm gathers and grows. You'll have difficulty traversing it should you even find a way outside. Well, there's plenty more to explore here yet. Oh! I think this is the beautiful lady on the cover art. A painting hangs above the hearth, flaking and aged, its ornate frame tarnished with time. It depicts a woman of no less than 20 summers, dressed in a blue gown, her skin porcelain fair and hair fairer still. Big burp! A raven, its feathers the same stark hue, perches on her arm. She is beautiful. Not even time can steal this fact from the canvas. Only because she is like me, lifeless and ageless. You stare at the painted face, trying to recall the person it belonged to. If she was the mistress here, I must have served her as a knight. But her name, like yours, escapes you. The barest flicker of familiarity registers as you gaze at the portrait's flaking blue eyes. Perhaps this image isn't true to life. The artist could have painted her younger or fairer than she was in reality. Those who failed to please their patrons have short careers, after all. Or perhaps I cared that little for my liege. Uh-oh. As much as you'd like to imagine you were a loyal knight, you don't know what kind of master you served. Was she worthy of pledging my life to? The canvas yields no answers. A cold stone hearth with only ashes remaining. You try to recall memories seated before a roaring fire, shutting your eyes by the warmth of the flames, a book on your lap or mulled wine in hand. You must have done these things, but no recollections come to you. I haven't felt warm in so very long. If you can ignore the overturned furniture, broken glass, and fallen chandelier, you think this room would have been a comfortable place. It's spacious, with a thick rug, wide walls, a hearth for warmth, and arched windows for light. A solar or sitting room. You briefly wonder if you would have had the luxury of spending time here as a knight. Likely not. You pick up the book and try to read its faded words, though your hollow gauntlets struggle to turn the pages. It appears to be an epic, romantic novel about a knight. Knightess. I knew I wasn't a man. Come on. In Pride Month. Please. Yippee! 10 out of 10 already. Wonderful. The vibe is setting in. Exactly. Here we go. I knew I was right to trust the developer. I was like, they wouldn't give me a heterosexual visual novel. I have nothing against those. I just don't expect it from this particular developer. Okay. Well, we spent so long staring at like a mirror and then a painting and then some windows. You feel safe in assuming this hefty volume did not belong to you. A homonormative channel, you know how it is here. You step towards the windows and stand for a while at the threshold. The world outside is a blur of white and dark that stretches as far as you can see. A pale moon shines in a pitch black sky. A lonely thing, further than you could ever hope to reach. The world of the living is beautiful. The softly glowing moon shines on a world silver white. The night is dark, but nothing like the void from where you came. In a lightless sea, darkness loses its meaning. Here, in contrast with light, it almost feels alive. It doesn't mean I like the dark, though. I'm glad it's a full moon tonight. They said after you click everything once, the frost goes away, so there's more. Sheets of parchment lie scattered near an ancient wooden table. You carefully pick one up and attempt to read the faded script. I actually never figured out how to pronounce this.
Marchioness.
Marchioness. My knights and I are most... My dear Marchioness, my knights and I are most eager to attend the tournament. But my condolences once again for your loss. What a great burden your father has left to a woman as young as yourself. I, of course, would be happy to offer my advice. Perhaps in a private setting? Oh my god, are you hitting on your boss? Are you hitting on your boss? The letters continue in a similar fashion, mentioning a tournament, the death of the recipient's father, and promises of courtship or counsel. The words choke with flattery and veiled condescension. Oh. Each one is addressed to a marchioness. You assume this must be the woman in the portrait. Though her painted face is nothing but serene, you can only imagine her reading them with a sigh of exasperation. You're certainly beginning to feel that way. You set the letter aside without caring where it lands. The knight used to flirt. Okay, the frost is gone, so we've clicked everything once. Let me start getting repeat. Okay, yeah, that's the repeat dialogue. I guess this moves to the next room, probably, on either side. Okay, let's keep exhausting everything. Broken, jagged windows gape, their shards littering the floor, meaning whatever broke them came from outside these walls. Okay, let's take a piece of glass. You take a large piece of glass and tuck it into the pouch on your belt. You're not sure how, but perhaps it'll be useful. It doesn't hurt to be prepared. Yeah, if you don't have a sword right now, I feel like nothing to see besides broken glass. Okay. A painting of whom you presume to be the Marchioness. For a woman to inherit, she must have had no brothers or close male relatives. None with a strong claim, anyhow. Perhaps some were unhappy about that. The mighty feuding with their rivals is a tale as old as kingship itself. The strong and resourceful prevail. The weak bend. You briefly scan the room around you. It doesn't look like she was able to protect this place, was she? The wind outside seems to howl its agreement. You seem a little, judgmental. As you look at the ashes left in the hearth, you spy what you at first think is a stray clump of snow, but it flutters away on a sudden gust of wind. A feather. Mobius, I'm glad you think so. It's gone before you can think to reach for it. A cold hearth full of ash. There's nothing to build a fire with. Thankfully, I don't need to keep this body warm. Okay. No memories of her surface. Oh, here we go. Purplish prose. Mirabelle. Oh, let's do purplish. Let's do British, the posh Brit. Mirabelle then looked into the shining, ocean-like pools of his azure blue eyes. Oh, how blue they were! And blushed deeply, until her fair cheeks were as red as the blooming rose she held in her palm. Quickly, she pinned it to his queer ass, catching a glimpse of herself in the mirror-like surface, and blushed further. If I wasn't a spirit already, I'd die from embarrassment after reading this. She breasted boobily down the stairs, a frivolous novel about a female knight. Somebody must have been doing some light reading before they were interrupted here. Sir, your orbs are so azure. Among one of the letters, you spy what appears to be a drawing, a portrait, but the features are obscured. It bears a signature. Rex. King! Yeah, meaning king. This Marchioness was a noblewoman who corresponded with royalty. She must have had immense power or wealth, or both. Which mod beat me to approving Mobius platoons her queer ass? Who's lurking out here? I didn't see a single mod sword. Who's hanging out and not telling me? Hyren. Okay. Great to see you. Hello. Thanks for approving that. What were they discussing? Frustratingly, you can't make out any other words. Okay. Letters addressed to a Marchioness, filled with flattery, condescension, or both. They discuss a great tournament she hopes to host. Hundreds of nobles and knights would have gathered here for it. The perfect time for something unsavory to happen. Oh my god, gender-specific titles for aliens. This room clearly has seen better days, yet the broken windows and overturned furniture tell you that this place wasn't merely abandoned. You can only wonder at who might have left it like this. Okay, did we get it all? I think we did. Alright, let's follow the rule of traversing a maze and go right. Oh, Tomodachi life, enjoy! You're not my brother. I got an achievement for that. Hear the echo of a voice long forgotten. Wait, should I move chat then? I feel like that covered... I thought achievements were on the bottom right. Why are they on the top? Okay, whatever. Who? Was that my lady's voice? You wait, but save for the wind. The castle remains silent. If I keep searching, I should remember more. At least, you hope so. Okay. The remnants of a tapestry cling to the wall. A knight on horseback charges at a giant thing tied down by chains. Bolts stick out of its back. The lone rider is flanked by knights of different colors bearing shields and spears. Revenants? You said this wouldn't be a scary story. What's this? Are you afraid of a simple tale? Revenants? But they're the size of men, not whatever this is supposed to be. No. Tapestries often commemorate great events, battles, victories. Perhaps the beast here was a metaphorical one. A great nation, an enemy army, a tyrant. Nothing more. Oh. How do I leave? I didn't mean to enter here. Okay, we'll be back. Oh, that's literally it. Okay, let me click it again. The remains of a tapestry hang on the wall like a gutted skin. It depicts knights in battle against something. The fabric is nearly torn into two. A thief would have taken the entire piece, not slashed it to pieces. Ty, hello. No worries if you can't stay. Thanks for saying hi. Whatever the reason for doing this, it was personal. Though a weapon could have damaged it, the jagged marks almost make you imagine claws. Staring at this ghastly thing is making me dream up fairy tales. It does look like the rending of a claw, right? Woven knights charge into battle against a chained beast. The colors are faded, but the lone rider appears to be wearing blue, his cape trailing valiantly. Is it valiantly behind him? The same blue that I wore. Huh. You can remember that you used to wear blue. Interesting. Yeah, let's go in here then. Moonlight filters softly through a stained glass window. You recognize the scene depicted in colored glass. A scene from the Tales of the Mist. It's the hero Tristram, lantern and sword in hand, preparing to slay the revenant that terrorized his people. But the story isn't a happy one. It's a tale of sacrifice and folly. Tristram. Why is that name familiar? Well, the tale was a popular one, and the name was common enough when I was alive. But you can't help but feel there's more to it than that. What if the creature in the tapestry ripped the tapestry? Now you're asking the real questions, Mobius. The stained glass window above you depicts a scene from an old tale. The tale of a king who sacrificed everything in atonement for his pride. Tristram. It aptly means sorrow. Bestowed upon newborn boys in the hopes they'll lead humble lives, or on the unlucky number who survived their births while their mothers did not. An ornate candlestick sits upon the altar. The candles resting in it are carved almost as beautifully as the spiraling black iron itself. These candles would have been lit as offerings to the spirits, both to guide them to rest and to ask for guidance in return. Though you doubt you offered many prayers in your own lifetime, you decide to respect your fellows this time. You leave the altar undisturbed for now. It's a pewter box. Inside it you find shards of flint, striking iron, and charcloth. Tools for lighting fire. I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take everything. I'm gonna rob this place blind. It's clearly already been ransacked or something, right? So I might as well. Finders keepers! In a place like this, you can only imagine they'll be useful. You take the tools and fit them into the satchel on your belt. Oh. Candles cover the room in several shapes and sizes. I would also steal pewter. Yeah, what does pewter actually... I'm Googling so many things, guys. Malleable silvery gray metal alloy. Cool. Some are plain, half-melted stubs clinging stubbornly to their prickets. That's what they're called? The pricket? Oh my god, I'm learning so much medieval vocabulary today, guys. Pricket. The sharp metal spike used to hold the candle. Yeah, I've always wanted... Cool. Pricket. Is that where the word prick comes from? As in, like, to stick something? Or not? Or is it the other way around? I don't know. While others are tall and carefully carved with ornaments and flowers. Almost all are engraved with a name. Violet, emerald, and pewter. 1,000 times your cis brain. The neurons light up. The aliens are pigeons! It's a chapel. A place where rites were given and prayers whispered, where all facets of life were celebrated. Births, funerals, weddings. I know this place. I've carved names here. Golden light, softly scattered by stained glass. Warm voices, borrowed silks. Flowers. For the first time you can remember, the scent of flowers mixes with incense and melting wax. You're not sure what they're called, but they're golden, like her eyes. Gold like the thin band you carry that glints like a ring of sunlight. It slips over her finger as easily as a promise whispered. It weighs like an oath kept. Your family gains another member today, but not all are present to witness it. Are we getting married? Your father is not here to see this joy. Your heart is so light, you almost don't notice it. Scent of flowers, a memory of warmth. Why are my achievements suddenly in the top right? The warmth is gone, leaving your hollow plates colder than before. As the tender memory ebbs away, a trace of bitterness takes its place. A woman in a veil. The hero Tristram, brandishing sword and lantern, forever prepares for battle with a revenant in the stained glass above you. I remember stories about wandering spirits and revenants, but I've heard no such tales of things like me. I almost wonder which I'm more like. That vision. You try to remember warmth. You try to conjure the smell of incense and the glow of flickering candles again. But your steel shell remains cold. Yet, somebody significant to you once stood here. Their memory tugs at your soul. You don't know whether from gratitude, affection, or something else. You think about taking the candlestick with you, but decide you'd rather keep your gauntlets unburdened for now. You do nothing but admire the fine carvings on the candles instead. To spend so much time carving wax, only for it to melt away. Who had this much time on their hands? Asking the right questions, my guy. Okay, I think that's everything. Let us continue to the right. It's dark here. Can we light the candles? Would you light my candle? You head to the hearth in the corner, where you carefully strike flint and iron. Then you light each candle standing in the tall candelabra. Oh, Shin, thank you for hydrating me. That's better. Oh. Hey. Okay. A stack of papers sits on the desk. You look through them and find names, figures, and numbers. They're fiscal documents. Little of this looks legible, though. They're stained and faded. On one of the better preserved pages is a roster of knights, listed in order of rank, along with their respective fiefs and incomes. This many knights? What a wealthy master we shared. If conflict were imminent, however, that would make plenty of sense. One knight whose name you cannot make out is listed at the bottom. Whoever he was, he had far lower earnings than the rest. Okay, interesting. Shelves of books and records on what looks like a variety of subjects. You walk over and examine the spines until you spot one that bears the same emblem on your armor, a raven with wings extended like a leaf. Ancestry of the House of Winter. That must be the family name of the Marchioness. Navigating the pages isn't easy with metal fingers, but you manage, flipping through decades, if not centuries, of names, dates, and facts until you land on the most recent entry. Year 228. On the 2nd day of the 2nd month, a daughter is born to Marquess Sigmund and Lady Vivian and given the name Sieglind. 5 days later, Lady Vivian perishes. Year 246. On the 7th day of the 2nd month, Lord Sigmund perishes after many months of illness. Lady Sieglind is named his successor and bestowed the title of Marchioness. Sieglind. Sieglind von Winter. My master. So you were 18 years old when your father croaked? Croaked? Our guy's a little disrespectful. If this Marchioness and the one in the painting are the same, then the lady I served was barely more than a child. That voice earlier, you're not my brother. You flip back through earlier entries. There's no mention of a son. Was that not the Marchioness's voice I heard? You close the book with a sinking feeling in your queer ass. Ever since you guys said it, I haven't been able to unhear it. Oh, it's a painting of a man with white hair and beard, dressed in fine furs and jewels. There's a clear resemblance between him and the portrait of the woman in the solar. His painted eyes stare down at you in stoic contempt. Hey! He looks really interesting facial features. Why so queer he is? You ungrateful bastard. Who gave you everything you have? Who granted you the honor and the privilege of a knighthood when you should be rotting in the streets? Stale liquor, dusty cedar, parchment and ink. It's tournament day, but you're not in the spirit for games. You'd retreated here in a foul mood, unaware that he had shirked his duties and done the same. What more do you want, boy? You know what I want, father. Huh? A memory of conflict, dust, and ale. That word sure does come up multiple times in this reading, I see. Yup, nameless? Yup. I remember him. This man was my father. The master of the castle was my father. Yet there was no mention of my birth in the record. And his daughter succeeded him while I became nothing more than a knight. And even that was a privilege he deemed me unworthy of. What did he refuse to give me? Yeah, I was his flesh and blood. Yet it doesn't seem like he saw me as such. You saw no reason to fulfill the request from a mere vassal, did you? An empty glass bottle. As you brush a cobweb off it with your gauntlet, a scent, a memory of a scent, wafts over you. Guys, how's the piano, by the way? Is it the piano music? Is it too loud? Too quiet? Just right? Stale liquor, stinging bitterness, honey to mask it. You almost recoil into distaste. I take it I wasn't one for strong drink. I guess this suit of armor can actually smell. That's pretty impressive. Take it! We're gonna light something on fire later, I just know it. Could be used to hold something, I suppose. You take the bottle and fix it snugly to your belt. Were you the type to prepare for anything and everything, you wonder? That doesn't feel like you, but you suppose character doesn't always stay constant, even for the dead. Yoinked. Pride Month Joker. I'm taking that screenshot. Where's Discord? What's this? A faded map lies on the desk. It depicts 2 territories at its center, divided by a great river. Lithrasur and Ostara? Those names I recognize. Ostara, the kingdom across the river. Vengeance, snow, blood, smoke, screams. Beyond that, I don't remember. Lithrasur. The kingdom of silver north and golden south. Sunsets over endless fields. Birch forests turning pale gold with autumn's chill. The white river, Asker, gleaming with ice. Pale crests of wet waves breaking on the boreal sea. Skyridge Peak scraping a frost blue horizon. A place I fought for with tooth and nail. Behind the map you find a note. Moth Cub, welcome! Isn't it so pretty? My lady, you made the right decision. The lion's den is too dangerous for a young girl like you. Bye, Nameless! Have a safe trip home. You can rely on me to handle the peace talks. I'm glad you understand why sending Sir Tristan would be imprudent. A bastard has no place rubbing shoulders with the lords, no matter how decorated. Ah, I'm a bastard child? Okay. I'm sure I need not remind you what they call him. The Prince Slayer's presence could only give the wrong impression at a peace summit. Nor do the blood-hungry hounds who side with Heimdall need further encouragement. Please don't worry yourself. Ever your loyal commander, Sir D. Prince Slayer? A mere knight dare spill royal blood? Small wonder this Sir Tristan would be shunned, even for a veteran. It seems he was no champion of peace, but had he some reason for bloodying his hands? Tristan. You turn the name over in your mind, repeating its rhythm. Tristan. 2 syllables, a backwards heartbeat. Its cadence is familiar, engraved in your memory like the etchings on your armor. He was a bastard, like you. He was an outcast, like you. I don't recall anything about the Commander D who wrote this. Heimdall, on the other hand, you feel your gauntlets clench in tension. Yet no name echoes through your memory as deeply as Tristan. I feel like I'm clawing my way out of a dark well. Like I'm on the cusp of remembering something important. Okay, cool. That's repeated. Let's go back. In the drawers, you find more corked bottles of alcohol, dusty and undisturbed. You wonder if the Marchioness or her predecessor was fond of drink. Kai, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. The top right drawer is locked and will not open. You can't help but feel that the desk in its current state, spilled alcohol, a mess of papers, doesn't look like it belongs to the Marchioness. Unlike the Solar, this place looks largely untouched. What a mess. You'd think that a servant would have cleared this way away eventually. What am I saying? Ordinarily, I'd say that clinging to the past does one no favors, but something from your past must have brought you back to this place. Okay, Frost is gone, so we've clicked everything once. Let's keep clicking. Is my name on this letter? Could one of these knights be me? You read off the list of legible names to yourself, but none feel like they belong to you. Sir, I read that as Die Hard. I don't know how to pronounce it. Died Hard, something like that. Sir Javier? Xavier? Sir Robin? Well, even if I could learn my name here, knowing what my fiefdom earned in a year doesn't seem like helpful information to me now. Assuming my master had even granted me one. I have absolutely no desire to dig through tax documents right now. Ain't that real? Ostara. Did we vanquish them or did they vanquish us? Lithrasur. Home, as far as I could call it that. Okay, I think we're good here. You peruse the titles. Though several of the topics look interesting, you're not sure they'll help you remember anything about yourself. Yet, you can imagine running your fingers along the grooves of the spines as if you've done so many times before. Okay, this was the family record. No mention of a son. Both wife and husband died on the same day, years apart. I wonder if the lady of the house was anything like the master. But the words on the page offer no insight on your relationship with the people they describe. The painted figure of a man stares out from a dusty frame. The previous Marquess and master of the castle. Your father. That makes the Marchioness your sister, and you, the bastard son kept to serve the family, never to take its lofty name. Is that everyone? Your father's words echo. You ungrateful bastard. What more do you want? You didn't have much affection for me, did you? Because I wasn't your true-born child? Because I was a living reminder of your shame? Or... Your father's words echo. Okay, so it's the same. Ah! Okay, I got it. I think that's everything. You have not spent years protecting the commoners from Asturian invaders. To them, you're a princess locked in a white tower. I'm well aware of my shortcomings. The only reason you stand where you are is because Sir Tristan is loyal to you. But loyalties can change. Who are all these people? Damn. All right. This was our starting room. Could we get like new information since we've... Oh, yep. This is new text because we got context from the other one. Your sister. As the only true-born child, everything that was your father's would have passed down to her, no matter how you felt about it. Okay. Anything new for yourself? Nope. Let's go to the right. Ah, a suit of armor. Buddy. A rusted suit of armor donning a faded blue shirt surveys the hall. It's impressive, but dated, and doesn't hold a candle to the fine craftsmanship of your own armor. Hello? You try to call out, and immediately feel foolish. You don't have a body, so naturally you have no voice either. What are the chances there's another haunted suit of armor here after all? It might be pretty high, actually. Proud banners adorn the walls. Each bears a raven with wings unfurled, similar to the one engraved on your armor. This is the symbol of the family I served. Yet you don't feel any sense of pride as you gaze upon them. Almost the opposite. Broken glass and piled snow blanket the floor of this hall as well. The shards glint like splintered teeth. You remember tales you've heard before. Tales you have told and tales you have been told. Tales of men who woke from death and grew iron skin and teeth. Iron has always been sacred to spirits, they say. Kwaniko says, I feel a sense of pride. Happy pride. Happy pride indeed. I suppose there's not much difference between the revenants and the tales and me. You tap the suit of the armor's visor. No response. No other ghostly knights in this castle, then? Still no response. Okay. The beautifully woven birds have sunken into a sea of murky, moldy blue now. A heavy feeling lingers in your queer ass. I'm not going to read it any other way, probably the rest of the stream. I apologize in advance. As you wonder if these banners mirror the fate of the house they reflect. We literally looked it up, but what is it again? Because the cowder was the elbow guard, and then the cuirass. The cuirass. A protective body armor that covers the torso. Okay, great. As you wonder if these banners mirror the fate of the house they reflect. I once heard somebody tell stories about the sunless sea, of the spirits who failed to cross its shores and wandered eternally through the lands of the living. But who? And were they ever true? You can't help but feel you have an answer now. Yeah, it's me. I'm the answer. Okay. It's a wooden rack for holding weapons. A pair of training staves lean against it forlornly. You sweep your gaze over the room. Not a single sword or spear lies in sight. You let your gauntlet fall to your side, where a scabbard would hang off your belt if you were carrying one. I can't deny I'd feel safer with a sword. You know what they say about old habits and dying? Well, you're dead now, buddy, so... It's a storage room filled with a few empty crates and shelves. Dust coats the surface of the old wood, and moth-eaten fabric, thick as frost, untouched by the sun. Thin, moon-white cobwebs fill every corner and crevice. Against the far wall, you see a rickety shelf laden with blankets, horseshoes, and other writing equipment. You even spy what looks like a tournament bearing a unicorn-shaped... What's a tournament barding? Barding. Body armor for war horses. Wow, we're learning so many medieval terms, guys. Unicorn, likely the personal symbol of whatever knight this loyal steed once carried. You've seen this crest before, emblazoned on a blue standard fluttering in the field. Was your symbol a unicorn, buddy? I know your queer ass is up to something. Is it a choose your own adventure type game? Mobius, it's a visual novel with like a little bit of a point and click like exploration element. The knight in the library wore it. You wore it. A satchel with the same crest sits on the top shelf. Luckily for you, your armor is tall enough to reach it without straining. Can you strain armor? If you don't have muscles, can you strain? You wonder if your suit would hold together if you were to fall. Would you be able to put yourself together if your arms were no longer attached to you? Asking good questions there. Okay, I think I got a bug bite on my ear. That's so weird. You carefully lift the satchel, aged leather crinkling at your metallic touch. Your finger plates graze over the crest. Slowly, you open it. Rather than the equestrian supplies you were expecting, you find an assortment of objects. A broken necklace, torn linen, and numerous letters. Personal, sentimental belongings. A torn piece of embroidered linen. The fabric is very fine. You're afraid to hold it with your gauntlet, lest the metal catch on the threads. It's patterned with flowers, leaves, and vines. Motifs common enough in clothing, but rarely on fabric this delicate. Oh, I recognize this. It's a wedding veil, or at least the remnants of it. All that's left of the sorry thing is a scrap of fabric burnt and stained at one end. Yeah, I was just looking at that over here. Wasn't the beast in the tapestry and have a horn like a unicorn? Oh, the thing that like looked kind of like a dragon, like a really long dragon, but the face was torn out, so we couldn't quite tell what it was. Maybe it's a unicorn. The stitches are uneven and filled with gaps, too tight in some places and too loose in others. The bride who made this was not a skilled seamstress, to put it charitably. With needlework like this, it's a wonder she married at all. You're a really judgmental person. Your mind goes back to the woman you saw. Was I in love with my wife? Needlework is a skill that noble women learn from an early age. Neither my wife nor I were of noble stock then. Nameless though you were still a knight. It wouldn't have been impossible for you to marry into a minor branch of some noble house. To forego that chance meant you were either a fool or madly in love, or both. But if I loved her, why would her dowry, or lack thereof, matter? It's clear now that I'm dead. Memories are more valuable than gold. Not that I have many of those right now. They're coming back to you, buddy, slowly but surely. A faded note, a scrawl of handwriting barely visible on the parchment scrap. The ink looks blotted away in places. By water or by tears. I know, he's sassy as hell, exactly. You decipher it as best you can. I told you I don't want them back. Take them or throw them away. I don't want to talk. I don't want to see you again. Not after what you've done. Well, that certainly doesn't bode well. Letters stowed carefully away. Were these sent from you or written to you? You carefully fish out an envelope. To your frustration, they're too faded to read. It looks like they were damaged or the ink was of poor quality. I wish I could have gotten a name, something, anything. A simple amber pendant with a broken clasp. It could have belonged to a man or a woman, but given the fine linen it rests on, you find the latter more likely. It twinkles in the dark like a drop of stolen light. You shouldn't have. Think of it as an early wedding gift. Come on, try it on. I'm a lousy partner if I can't spoil you from time to time, aren't I? That's not true. You're all I could ask for. You deserve it. You deserve so much. Spring. Bright sunlight spills over a bustling town square. Yes, let's hydrate and stretch. Thank you, Sleepy Troll. Whoa! I'm gonna take the opportunity to eat some rice pudding. Why is rice pudding so good? How'd they do that? Okay. Hell yeah, brother. Okay. The market blooms with colors. Pennants fluttering in the air like butterflies, stalls strung with dried flowers, people filling the streets, tunics and skirts of woad and weld blossoming among the cobblestone. You keep your long hair covered despite the warm day. Oh, look at that. Is that a scar? Silver strands stand out like a blot of ink on a fresh page. But she stands out anyway. Her loose waves flow down her back, burning red in the sunlight. Uncouth, you knew, for a woman her age, but she never cared what others thought of her. You admired that. You were always a little envious of it. Gingerly, she touches the drop of gold around her neck as if it were the most precious thing in the world. But she stares upward as if the real treasure is held in her eyes. Aww. Uxie, welcome! The amber pendant, a memory of a treasured gift. Ta-da! Wait, I still don't know your name. A gift. For someone you once knew. Someone who was close to you, at least for a time. Someone who cared for you. Someone who betrayed you. Someone with eyes of gold but a heart of stone. You deserve so much. And that voice, that familiar voice of somebody who wanted to give her the world, but had only the sword on his belt and the armor on his back and a little more. A nameless knight, like you. What did I do? Ying winning R? Sammy is welcome. A torn veil stained and burned. You recall that a veil, is traditionally saved and reused as a swaddling linen. I didn't know that. From its current state, you imagine this one was certainly used for something. Either it was burnt by accident and rescued, or it was ruined on purpose. Its stitches tell a story, but that story eludes you. The recipient of this note couldn't bear to look at them. The memories these objects held must have been too much to bear. But even ruined, broken, they had too much meaning to be carelessly thrown away. Isn't that common in heartbreak? Sometimes even pain can be a precious feeling. Well said. You scrutinize them regardless, searching for whatever they might tell you. You notice that each page was folded carefully, almost precisely into perfect thirds. The person who sent them had a meticulous hand, you think. The amber pendant is beautiful, but simple. Hardly a piece worthy of a noble or anyone of rank. Still, you imagine that somebody treasured it, at least for a time. A simple pendant, likely belonging to whoever owned the rest of these things. The clasp was broken, but the stone still twinkles, almost like an eye. Cool, is that everything then, it looks like? Oh, there's more here. I don't want to talk. I don't want to see you again. Not after what you've done. A note of farewell, a relationship as tattered as the linen before you. What did I do? What did I do? Okay, cool. That's that. Supplies for a steed you once owned and a satchel holding things that once belonged to someone you knew. My wife's things. I'm gonna leave it. Oh. What looks like a hatch lies on one side of the room. You try to lift it and meet resistance. Your hollow arms clang in unison with the metallic screeching of the hinges as you strain to open it. It swings open to reveal pitch blackness. I shouldn't have expected anything else, should I? Yet something in the dark pulls at your memory. Twisting corridors, tunnels melting one into the next. A pursuit. Hunters cornering prey. But was I the one chasing or being pursued? All you know is that some piece to the answers you seek lies down here. Ho ho ho. Hold on. Let me, No matter how desperate you are for answers, it certainly wouldn't be wise to traverse these tunnels unprepared. I need light. I won't go into the dark. Never. You have a strong opinion there. I need a way to mark a trail as well. If the tunnels are as twisting as I remember, I don't fancy becoming lost down there. Oh my god, if I had gone down just now, would it have given me like a bad ending? Should we try it? I should save. You decide to step away from the hatch from now. Surely the answers you seek will await you. This is my problem when I play visual novels, I always forget to save. Okay. The frost is gone, so I believe that means it's everything. And then let me try going down. Oh, will it not let me? I still need light, a lantern, or a candlestick, and a way to leave a trail. I won't go down there without it. Oh, I guess our guy just literally won't even go down. Maybe a young girl, but she isn't blind. Can't you see? The North needs someone like you. Who? Wait. Whose voice was that? Okay, I need... Oh! That looks very ominous. A pair of doors stand at the end of the hall. They don't budge, even when you press the full weight of your armor against them. Corvus, welcome! Happy bride! Our guy would survive a horror movie. You're right, Samuus. Locked. Alright, well, we need, keys. We need a light. We need a way to mark progress. Was there anything? Ash, not the ideal trail marker, but I have no better options. You do your best to scoop up the ash from the hearth into the glass bottle. It slips through the cracks in your gauntlets and settles deep into the fine etchings on the lames? Is that what they're called? Turning beautiful black steel gray. But you have other things to concern yourself than being tidy. Finally, once the bottle is filled, you return it to its place on your belt. I hope this works. Not an ideal trail marker, but it will have to do. A shame no one left a pile of pebbles lying around. You know, you could have just taken like a shit ton of glass. Okay. What else do we need? Inventory. We have a glass bottle filled with ash, flint, iron, tar cloth used for lighting fire. Maybe we should go take one of those candles from here. It feels irreverent to take this, but, well, I am among the dead, and I do have need of it. It's pretty funny. The candle is... That's such a good point. Can you count as being among the dead if you are undead? Unclear. You strike the flint until a spark catches, then light the 3 long candles standing in the candelabra. A soft glow radiates from the tiny flames now bathed in moonlight. For a moment, they seem to glow blindingly bright. Promise me you'll take care of your sister. Promise me you'll never fight, that you'll love each other. Spare our daughter, please. I beg of you, she's done no wrong. Those voices, I don't recognize them. That must have been the past. But why did that feel less like a memory and more like a dream? You toss your helmet and gore. Oh my god, guys, I'm googling so many words. Gorge it. From Old French gorge, throat. I don't know how you pronounce it in French though. A band of linen wrapped around a woman's neck and head in the medieval period, or the lower part of a simple chaperon hood. Like to protect the throat. And it later became ornamental in military uniforms. Okay, cool. You toss your helmet and gorge it as if you were shaking your head, and then take the candlestick. Mine now! You can sort out riddles later. Okay, well, I think we have everything we need then. Right? Did you not like my gift? It's beautiful, but... You stand in the solar, your arms folded tightly in front of you. Your eyes flit over the suit of polished steel that stands there in solemn silence, a gleaming shadow. You don't know what else to say. It is beautiful, worthy of a prince and worth a prince's ransom, but it's still only a suit of armor. To an ordinary knight, a gift like this would be the honor of a lifetime. but for a hero of the kingdom, a veteran of the Great Ice War, a man who's given and sacrificed so much. How could a single suit of armor ever be enough? Huh. The gift, a memory of a reward. I only wanted... What, to be recognized? By your family, probably? I think that's the wrong way, hold on. Should be this way, and then this way, and then this way. Let's go. Once more, you lift the hatch and stare into the open maw of the cellar staircase. The light from the candles, faintly flickering, outlines staggered steps swallowed by the darkness below. You stare into the blackness, one gauntlet gripped on your candlestick, the other reaffirming that the bottle on your belt sits snug. It's now or never. And so, you descend. Step by step. Oh my god, I'm Googling so many words! A sabaton is part of a knight's body armor that covers the foot. Oh my god. I'm just, in my head, it's like, I feel like the devs writing this is like, you'd have to have one of those like anatomy diagrams, but instead of like a person, it's like a suit of armor. And every part is labeled. The Swedish metal band that only sings about historical battles. Yeah, well now you know they're named after like the foot of a knight's armor. They are a metal band. They showed up when I Googled it. Your sabatons clang. Your hauberk rattles against the shield of your queer... This is so many. Your hauberk rattles against the shell of your queer ass. Querat. I already forgot how to actually say it. Hold on.
Cuirass.
Cuirass. Cuirass?
Cuirass.
Cuirass. You grip your candlestick tightly as if it's shield and weapon both. The tunnels are wider than you remember. Wider than the oppressive twisting stone you imagined. There's ample room above your helm and around you, so much that your candlelight barely reaches the walls on either side. There's no sound but the ringing of steel against steel as you step, and step onwards. The shaking of your hauberk, clink clink within your hollow cuirass, echoes like a heartbeat. Finally, up ahead, you come across a fork in the path. Let's take a moment and muse first. What path did you take so many years ago? You were following the lantern light of somebody. Somebody you held on to tightly. Or were they holding on to you? Right. Right it is, buddy. You leave a small pile of ash to mark the turn, then continue into the dark. It's strange how familiar this feels. Not this place, but this darkness. How crushing it is. How alone. It gets all lonely here. Somewhere once, I was freezing. I was hurt. I was trying to build a fire, but my fingers were numb. With every shake of your metal heartbeat, you give silent thanks that you no longer feel the cold. The path continues on, stone after stone. Finally, after what could be minutes or hours, you spy another fork in the path. Be quiet, unless... I hate you. I wish I didn't have to be here with you. Just shut up and follow me. A weak girl's cries, a murky swirl of voices, one of them yours. Left. Okay, I'm just gonna follow you, buddy. You make another mark with the ash, then continue down your path. Voices whisper at the edges of your mind, a tangle of threads, faded, frayed. You can't make out the words, can't reach through the torn veil of your memories. Half of you wants to scream with the lungs you don't have. The other half wants to turn back and run. Steady. If being down here makes me feel this way, I must be getting closer. We would all overcome our traumas a lot faster if we embrace that kind of mentality. You can do nothing but continue, so continue you do. As you walk, the candles you carry seem to flicker, then burn brighter than before. You grip the candlestick tightly and continue on at a cautious pace. Step after step. Finally, up ahead, another turn comes into view. Another fork. This time, there's nothing at all. No, wait. You're not my brother. My brother is a hero. A hero who loves me and always protects me, not a monster like you. I'm not a hero. Cornered, a memory of a desperate cry. No directions for me, sir? You leave more ash to mark your trail, then continue through the tunnels, hoping you picked correctly. You walk for what feels like hours. Your every hollow, clanging step reminds you that you are alone. You are alone. Whispers wrap around you like silk, trapping you in their threads. You are alone. You are not alone. Voices linger. Memory coalesces. Theirs. Yours. They flicker and burn. They wither and choke. Ash gives way to cold and dark. The waves of the sea call. The dead do not belong. You jerk violently as hot wax drips onto your gauntlet, making you flinch as if your skin were flesh and not steel. You fumble and nearly drop the candlestick. Steady. Steady. I'm far from the shores of the sea. It feels barely one step above breadcrumbs. Yeah, I feel like with the ash, at least maybe if you like rub it in a little, it like won't just blow away. Kind of like charcoal. I need to hold fast. I can't let an old cellar stop me. I just need to get through this. You continue on, more briskly than before, as if to make up lost time. Finally, up ahead, you see something on the ground. A glint in the dark. You doubt your own senses at first. No, something really is there. Carefully you approach. Candlelight falls on metal caked in dust and decay. Can I get my sword now? The curve of a queer ass. I feel like I'm ruining the vibes. And yet I can't stop myself. Let's try that again. It says the curve. It says the curve of a queer. I can't not say it like queer ass, okay? It's not an option. I have no choice, okay? The queer ass is back. The curve of a queerass. Okay. The curve of a queerass. Ghost in the latte, welcome. The threads of a molding surecoat. The white of bone. A corpse lies before you. Spirits. Key! Keys hang off a ring on the fallen knight's belt. I have to take those before I leave. I need them more than he does. I can only hope this unlocks the door in the hall. You're not gonna take it? Okay. A medallion in the shape of a raven hangs around the knight's gorget? I forgot how to say it already. Why do my messages duplicate? Wait, what messages duplicate? I didn't see a duplicate. The curve of a queer ass. In this video essay, I will... You note how similar it looks to the one worn by the Marchioness and Marquess in their portraits. The mark of a high-ranking... No. The highest rank given to a knight. Commander? Commander. The corpse of a knight lays against the wall, jaw locked in a soundless cry, socket staring eternally upward. He spent his last moments calling out to... cursing whatever or whoever killed him. Let's... Sure, I'll light a candle for you. Ah, It doesn't feel right to leave him like this, but I don't have any candles to spare. Rest in peace. It seems you have no choice but to leave the dead knight be. To make the most of your candlelight, you should continue on without tarrying. You reach for the keys looped on the knight's belt. Oh! Oh! I love how Stippy came in like, actually, a commander is a position and not a rank, unless we're talking about Western naval ranks. That's like so specific. I love that you have like very specific knowledge in this field. That armor. You dare show yourself again, traitor! Hey. You stumble back as the knight lunges at you. Steel knuckles ram into your visor and tear at your gorget. Your vision flickers wildly with each hit. Instinctively, you swing the iron candlestick with all the force you can. Metal screams against bone, sending tremors through your vambrace as it connects with the knight's exposed skull. Candlelight sputters, gasps, bone crunches, splinters. The knight flinches. He, like you, remembers a body that once knew pain. That single second gives you the chance to break free and... Well, I need the keys, so we're gonna fight his ass. Fight? How do you think you're gonna fight a dead man? I mean, I'm dead too. What do you mean, have you lost your sense? I'm dead too, okay? It's dead v dead. Fine. You lunge at the knight before he can get his bearings, switching the candlestick to your right gauntlet, your weapon hand. You strike his exposed jaw, shattering tooth from skull, but the blow barely slows him down. He crashes into you, pulling you into a grapple. You try to break free, twisting and striking with the candlestick, but he refuses to yield. Bone and steel scream and groan as you both lock into a stalemate, each trying to gain the upper hand. Above the din, a voice cuts through your mind, jagged as a blade. Tristan Greywall, you spat on your father's memory. You betrayed us all. Not even in death will I let you defile this place with your filthy presence. Okay. I'm a traitor. Got it. You struggle free and manage to knock him to the door, but he takes hold of your vambrace at the last moment, dragging you both into a crashing heap of steel onto stone below. The two of you tangle again in a twisting mass of metallic limbs. You abandon the candlestick, reaching both your gauntlets to his hollow skull. If I can just wrench this from his bloody spine. But you don't have the strength. Where is the Marchioness? Did you let the Asturians take her? Did you slaughter her after you murdered me? Oh, I did that. Shut up, damn it. His fist strikes your visor before you finish your thought, turning your vision askew. You instinctively reach for his helm, allowing him precious seconds to break free from your grip. The two of you stagger, circling each other. What, you think being dead means I can't air your ass out with these hands, bro? Square up. It's useless. Neither of us can win. I mean, I did say it was dead v dead. Are you satisfied now? I can't be locked in this undead duel forever. Damn it, I need to escape and form a plan. He doesn't let you do that either. As if sensing your intention to flee, he lunges at you. You step to the side, dodging the tackle, but not quickly enough to avoid his grasp on your cape and pauldron. Let me go. The beautiful fabric tears from his hands, but the knight holds fast to your armor. You strain with all your might in vain. His grip is like death. Each finger shackles you with icy malice, steeped in years of rage and resentment. When your father told me to punish you all those years ago, I shouldn't have stopped at that little scar. You're the one who left the facial scar. I should have split your head open and spared us all from what you brought upon this house. Where is that harlot you called a wife now? When I'm through with you, I'll... Your pauldron groans as you struggle with all your might. Answer me! And hear a sickening pop as the pin and spring holding your shoulder in place give way. You don't stop to retrieve it. You run. You don't look back. You move blindly. You're hollow, but that makes you lighter, faster, frailer, fragile, broken. Without light, you narrowly avoid crashing into the walls around you. You graze them as you run, armor screeching when steel scrapes stone. The gaping hole in your queer ass, where your arm was moments ago, wails as steel air bleeds through it. Sound is your only guide now. It's not a very good one. You don't care. You run. Eventually, when you no longer hear the other knight behind you, you stop. You don't know where you are. You're alone. You don't have anything to fear from a fight. You're dead. But from the dark, I am in a castle in the living world, the castle I was born in, The castle I grew up in. I should know this place. I can find my way back. I can find my way out. I'm here. I'm adrift in the sea. I'm a droplet in the ocean. I am nothing. Your Sabatons continue to pace, but you don't feel their movement. They walk without your input. You're moving nowhere. You're drifting away from your shell. You're losing hold of your tether, of you. I am nothing. I am... Your next footfall hits not stone, but a soft pillow of ash. The brief touch jolts you back to the world around you. The cellar dark and empty, the hall long and silent. By some miracle, you wandered back to the path you came from. I need to get out. Now. You run, hoping the direction you face is the correct one. Beltran, hello! By a second miracle it is, and soon you see the faint moonlight filtering down from the square of the hatch above. You sprint towards it until you can clamber up the narrow staircase, scraping your greaves along the steps, then burst into the dim light of the abandoned storage room. You slam the hatch door shut with a violent thud, then push every chest and crate lying in the room on top of it. Finally, you slump onto your oh no. How is that even? What is that? What is that? Pauline? A piece of defensive armor usually covering the knee. Okay. Finally, you slump onto your polanes with a creaking sigh of steel as the tension leaves your cuirass. The relief doesn't last for long. Well, what now? I'm trapped here in this empty suit of armor in an empty castle with an angry skeletal knight that wants to dismantle me. I haven't any hope of getting that blasted key from him. I can't escape, and I still don't know why I'm here. I'm stuck here forever, damn it! Only one thing seems clear now. I was Tristan, and I betrayed my family, my fellow knights, and my house. What did I do? Who gives a bloody damn? Finding out what or why I did what I did doesn't change the fact that it happened, nor the fact that it's damned me to eternity as either this broken suit of armor or a drop in the sunless sea. You slam your gauntlet onto the shelf in front of you in frustration, causing the rickety wood to teeter. Oh, hidden door? The satchel on the top shelf tumbles and lands beside you with a thud, spilling its contents onto the floor. My wife! You curse, about to bunch up the worthless pages, and pause. The ink is not all faded on one of the letters. In the corner of the page, in neat, careful, and familiar handwriting, are 3 words and a name. I love you, Tristan. Love. Was I foolish enough to do all that I did for love? Damn it, if this is what it led to, I wish I never met you. I wish I lived and died alone. And yet, you clutch the letter so tightly your gauntlet leaves creases in the page. You crumple the letter, then violently throw the objects back into the satchel and shove it onto the shelf again. Tristan, why can't you see for once in your life you're not my brother? My brother is a hero. None of you will give me any peace, will you? Fine then. If I can't spend eternity without your bloody voices haranguing me, I'll do it. I'll keep trying. Keep searching. Just shut you all up. Damn it! Poor dude. Ugh. I need to deal with my arm and then the commander. I'll need light again. More candles. Wait. Candles. Weren't there like tons of candles? Do I need to fight the commander again at all? If his spirit was trapped here like mine, could there be a way to release him? You think of the dozens of beautiful candles in the chapel, carved with ornate patterns, flowers, and names. There's a reason candles are lit for the departed, for spirits like us. I wasn't able to before, but... Oh, we just need his name! Well then, in that case, I think... Let's take more ash. In here? Fiscal documents with names, figures, and numbers. The commander would have been the highest ranked among the knights. His name must be here. You pour through the sheaves of aged parchment until you find the page that you skimmed through earlier, a ledger with a list of fiefs and the knights who managed them. Many of the names are too faded to read, but one stands out at the top of the page. Sir Diethard? Diethard? Dressler? Whatever, call him a Dressler. Commander of the Winter Knights. Die Hard. Nope. Diet Hard. Nope. Fuck. I do remember that name. I knew him as a child. As a child? No memories of your senior night? You truly didn't care for authority, did you? Huh. Okay, well, let's light a candle. You stop and pick out another dusty candlestick. Hopefully you won't need to use this one as a weapon. Then you reach for a plain candle sitting in a lonely briquette. It's not going to be easy to carve this with one hand. Spirits, if only I could replace my arm. If only I could replace my arm, you say. Well, 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 sir. Don't I have news for you? You reach toward the suit of armor and brush your gauntlet over it, running your fingers over its smooth plates. Save for a light coat of rust, they look undamaged. You note that this armor would likely be a tight fit for a man of your stature. Well, that's not a problem in my current form. I don't know if or when I'll get my arm back. You don't mind if I borrow this, do you? The empty armor gives you no reply. You attempt to remove the pauldron from the suit, but find it stuck fast. Trying to loosen it with only one free gauntlet doesn't make the task any easier. Damn it. After a few frustrating and fruitless minutes, you resort to pulling on it with all your might. Ooh. Spirits! Lose an arm, but find a replacement. Oops! At least the arm is free now. Thankfully, attaching it to your own queer ass is much less cacophonous affair. Once it's snug, you tentatively flex your unfamiliar finger plates. You're relieved to find your new hand does respond to you, albeit clumsily, like a limb you've forgotten how to use. That's a relief. It's a good thing that the commander didn't take my right arm, or that would have taken much longer. You muse that as a suit of armor, whatever your dominant hand once was shouldn't matter anymore. Curious how easily the habits of bone and flesh translate to steel. You did have to fight with that other arm. It's true. Okay, let's do a quick save. Head back in there. Oh, no, not right. I need to light a candle for the guy. Ah, it's the wrong way. It's the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Here it is. Would you light my candle? You carved the name. Fuck you! Hold on. I before E. D. It starts with a D. D's nuts. What's his fucking name? Dressler. I just went into the VOD to figure it out. Do I not need the full... Nice. I don't need the full name. You take the piece of glass you gathered. It like stopped me from writing more. Take the piece of glass you gathered and carve the letters into the wax with a sharp edge. Die Hard with a Vengeance. Surely it's his name. Die Hard D's nuts. Hear me out. How do you pronounce that? Is there... Here. Surely... Diethard? Something like that. Mike's Diet Hard Lemonade. Diethard. As soon as you bring the flame of your burning candlestick to the unlit wick, a familiar bright light nearly blinds you. Commander. You have no right to give orders to me, traitor. Sigmund, forgive me, but I must send your ungrateful child to the grave with you. Ungrateful bastard child? If you think I'm the same boy whose face you once carved open, you're mistaken. An eye for a life. The memory of reprisal? Did we lose an eye, not just get a scar? So the one who killed the commander must have been me. Little wonder he called me a traitor. I don't know if a candle carved by your killer will bring you any peace, but may you find your way across the sunlit sea, Sir Diethard. You don't have to protect this place any longer. Are we done? Do we do it? You lit a candle for the commander. Do you really think a tiny flame can send him off after everything you've done? Time to head to the cellars to find out. Okay. Cool. Let's go. It goes this way. It's time to return to the cellars. Let's hope Sir Deethard will be more agreeable this time. You set down your candlestick and push the pile of crates off the hatch one by one, until the entrance is free once more. Tired of going to the doctors after 4 hours of regular hard? Try diet hard. All the great tastes of regular hard with none of the doctor visits. What's up, Pandemonium? When you lift the rusted door, a familiar darkness greets you. Here we go again. For the second time this night, you descend down the stairs. Step by step. The same wide walls and hollow halls swallow your faint candlelight. The same echo of empty footfalls cling. As you walk, you suddenly realize you have no idea where the commander is. After your desperate flight, you have no recollection of what path you took, nor where the other night lost sight of you. I could end up looking through this entire labyrinth just to find him. And what happens if I do? What if he still wants to rip me apart? It turns out you don't have to look for long. Ominous music. As you round a bend, you see a familiar shape slumped on the floor several paces ahead of you. Your candles outline a flicker of steel, a shimmering of mail. A pale shape with black, empty sockets staring out at you. You approach very, very slowly. 10 paces away, and there is no movement from the figure. 5 paces, 4. Still it does not stir. 3 paces, 2, 1. What in the world? Half of the figure slumped before you was the commander, his tattered surcoat and once burnished armor engulfing bone. The other half, from his cuisses down, is gone. That's scary. What happened to him after I left? Were his remains so decayed they fell apart during the chase? Is that why he let me get away? I don't think he just fell apart. I think something happened, bro. I think there's something here. There's something here. Zambius is like, say it. His queer ass. Yeah, no, somebody definitely chopped him in half, Hoko. Okay, revealing what looks like a great gash is torn into the bottom of his queer ass, revealing the battered ribs jutting through May? Do you think the LLE is silent? Oh my god, if I Google it, it just gives me like a Dijon mustard brand. His gauntlets are still gripped around your empty left arm. Can I take it back? You decide then not to spend another moment more where you are. The keys are mercifully still looped around the knight's belt. You hastily untie them, shoving them into your satchel, then reach for your arm. You can reattach it when you're as far from here as you can be. Wow, our guy's like kind of a coward, and I kind of love that. You hurry back the way you came, Hobart beating against your queer ass with every step. Do we need to keep a queer ass counter? How many times do you think we're at? Should we say like 10? Let's start at 10. The first thing you do upon returning above ground is remove your borrowed pauldron, which is easier said than done. It takes minutes of fiddling at an awkward angle before you manage to loosen it from the pin and spring attached to your gorget. Ugh. I always had someone help me remove my armor, so this was never a problem when I was alive. Who would have guessed I'd still need a squire as a ghost? You set the rusted metal inside one of the crates, then work on fitting your own pauldron in place. There's a series of wicked scratches along the metal now. Your armor, after standing for so many years unworn, finally has its first scar. Once your arm is reattached, you tentatively flex your counter, vambrace, and gauntlet. They move in one clean motion, as if you were stretching your real limb. I'd heard of Queer Eye, but I didn't expect this spin-off. heard of Queer Eye, now get ready for Queer Ass! As good as new, mostly. Then finally you look towards the hatch door. I don't know, maybe you should like cover it, guys. Oh, do I? Thank you for gift subs. I appreciate it. That's very generous of you. Congrats to I am Triste, Millennia Antares, Blue Ocean Oli, Dead Sonic 890, Roll Max 22. Welcome all of you to Egg Squad. Thank you, Duad, for 5 gift subs. Queer Ass for the straight lass. Queer ass for the straight lass. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Warped Gun, that's so good. I have to pin it. I have to pin it. Aurora got me. Let's play a sad VN. 5 minutes later, queer ass. Yeah, we didn't even make it probably an hour in before I started yelling queer ass. Whose fault is that? Not mine. Which of you guys said it first, huh? Was it Saturn? Samius? Warpticon? Aurora? One of you. It was one of you. One of you did this to me. Okay, I think we should barricade it, man. I've already run into one other trap spirit here. Wants to say there aren't others like me or the commander. Sir Deathherd might not have been the only person or thing stuck down there. Slowly, you push the crates and chest back over the hatch. Having both arms makes it much easier this time around. You survey your work, hoping it won't have to be tested. Now to find out what's further inside the castle. If you're trying to sound confident, you're not fooling anyone. The key sits heavy in your satchel. The weight of truth hangs above you like... I actually never figured out how to pronounce this. Damocles, probably? Hold on. Damocles. Okay, cool. Damocles. The weight of truth hangs above you like Damocles. But the only path before you is forward. Okay, cool. Let's go unlock the scary door with the claw marks on it. You fit the heavy key into the lock and firmly twist it. The hinges shriek as the doors swing open. The way forward is now open to you, should you wish to take it. You step forward through the doorway. I think they even use Sword of Damocles in one of the final... Yeah, I feel like Sword of Damocles is like really popular concept in general. Nothing changes the moment your Sabaton moves from one hall to the next. Nothing tangible. But you feel as if something has. Something settles in the air around you that a second ago was not there. You take another cautious step forward, and then another. Until you see... Oh, that's a lot of blood. Oh dear. Okay. Blood across the floor and walls, long dried, caked between cracks in the stones. Moonlight trickling from an arched doorway. Thin as flayed skin, pale as bone. You don't need it described for you in any more detail, do you? Well... A knight sits slumped against the wall unmoving, his armor caked in dark and rust. His armor is similar to yours, embellished with a bloodied raven on its queer ass, but missing any fluidity. Okay, what is that now? 11? Its plates are engraved in scars and scratches, not flowers and scroll work. Its cape hangs around him like a shroud. Spirits. Paintings line the narrow hall, their decrepit frames clinging to the walls. Dark stains cover the canvases so deeply it looks as if a mad artist had painted stroke after stroke in blood. Death has dipped his brush, and soaked his palette to present the scene before you. Dame dane, dame yo, dame nano yo. If I recognized who this was, I might light a candle for him, but... You find yourself drawn to the portrait on your left. The flowers. It appears to be a painting of a woman. though the canvas is so soiled it's impossible to make out her features. An inscription beneath the frame reads, "Vivian, beloved mother, may your love and mirth grace the shores beyond the lightless sea." My sister's mother. You feel as if you should have some recollection of her, but you remember nothing. Okay, let's continue. The room beyond the bloodied hall beckons. Let's go. You step towards the pooled moonlight. The feeling in the air thickens, seeping into your plates, flooding you like grave water. You trudge ahead, your greaves and cuisses weighed down with every plodding step. You wade closer and closer towards the shore. And on that shore is death. The heart of a castle is the Great Hall, and here that once vibrant heart ceased beating. Revelers at the remnants of a feast, lords and ladies, servants, knights, their corpses lie at your feet. And all around you now is a torrent of memory, awash in red. Screams pierce your helm. Searing slashes score through your pauldrons and cuirass. 12. Burning what remains of you. Your armor cannot protect you from the agony of the souls that linger. From the memory that remains here, seeped into every stone and pane and pillar, far deeper than the blood that coats them. Your greaves and cuisses threaten to buckle as the burning sensation of blades cuts through you. You grip the edge of a table for balance. The skeleton of a noble lies prostrate against it, the fine furs of his coat rotted, his skull missing from his spine. You spy it a second later, staring at you with vacant sockets from the fine bowl resting by your gauntlet. You jerk back. Your finger plates have left claw marks in the wood. You look down at your gauntlets and see red flicker over the lames. You lurch past the man's body. You keep wading, pushing forward through the deluge of screams and howling and pain. What are you still searching for? A body, an answer, a reason for this madness. Tristan. Sir Tristan, have you gone mad? Sheath your weapon at once! A young woman stands among her court. It's a day of revelry and games, and her most esteemed guest has yet to arrive. A commotion at the doors. Figures march inside in twin rows, dressed in burnished armor, weapons gleaming at their sides. The knight with hair as silver as her own breaks through the ranks and swiftly approaches. And then he draws his sword. Chaos, bloodshed, betrayal, and at the center of it, you. Do you have your answer now? No, because why? Why? It's grayed out. Can I not select? I can't click it. I literally can't click it. I'm trying to, it won't let me. I did this. I love my wife. I must have been manipulated. Nope, I wanted what was rightfully mine. Damn, son. The fool, blame your own selfish desires. The commander was right. I was a traitor. I was Sir Tristan. I was a nameless knight, a bastard with no birthright. I was unwanted, unappreciated all my life. But I did everything I was asked. I fought and killed on the orders of men who toyed with my life like I was a pawn in their hands. No matter how much I sacrificed, all I was rewarded with was scars. I deserved better than this. I deserved better than being used and tossed aside. If betraying my flesh and blood was the price to gain what was mine, well, what could a family that treated me like this possibly mean to me? What was wrong with more bloodshed when my hands were already stained? But this, even I know this was too great a sacrifice. How could I go this far? You stare down at your hollow gauntlets. And now, this is the price I pay in death. A spirit forced to walk the side of his crimes forever, without respite. A dead man trapped in a suit of iron. a villain in the guise of a knight. And so, this is where your story ends. And these are all kind of gray. Is this an ending? I want to save. I don't like any of these options. Because this one is like, okay, I guess I'm stuck here. And then this one is like, well, I'm going to go back to the afterlife. And then this one is like, just let me forget it all. And then probably we would start at the beginning again. So like, I accept. I don't like any of them. Fine. If this is my fate, then so be it. I'll remain until I rust. A sudden flash of pain sears through your queer ass. 13. Courses through the links of your hauberk, tearing at the weave of your soul. Being trapped on this earth may be my punishment, but it doesn't mean I have to spend eternity in this room. You barrel towards the imposing pair of doors at the end of the banquet hall, slamming into them with your pauldrons. The force sends a jolt through your plates from helm to sabaton. You grasp onto the oaken slabs and quickly try to shove them open before your strength leaves you. But no matter how much you strain, they don't move an inch. Locked, too. Damn it, let me go! Did Sapporo just meow? She sure did. What's up? You know what happens when you meow at me on stream, dude. You get picked up and flaunted to... Let me see if I can get her. Let me see if I can get her ass, okay? You're gonna hate this, dude. You're gonna hate this so much. That's what you get. That's what you get. This is your punishment. You did this to yourself. You did this to yourself. You did this to yourself. She's so mad. She's so mad. Hey Luna, hello. Oh, welcome back. I'm glad you got some food. Here, along with your food, I will also have a bite of my pudding. Why, hello. Good to have you. She disagrees heavily. Extremely upset with me. Okay. Let's continue. I appreciate that it was like, damn it, let me go, right as we had Sapporo screaming the exact same thing. A burning series of cuts pierces your gorget and cuirass. 14. Your hauberk rattles violently as your plates groan and clang in a metallic scream. Does she mind being picked up if there's no stream? Oh, she hates being picked up in general. She just like hates it. Sometimes she'll tolerate it for about like 2 seconds and then it's over. You stagger and fall onto your greaves with a violent, hollow clatter. I know I deserve this. I know that. But I can't spend eternity like this. I can't even last another... But you can't die again, sir. Another stab pierces your helmet, shaking your visor and making your vision dance behind its slits. You grip the top of your helmet and bury your head in your gauntlets, quivering. I can't bear this. You curl onto the side of your queer ass 14 on the cold, blood-stained floor. You try to ignore your surroundings. The stone below you, the moonlight that touches every ruined, filthy, forgotten surface, the soundless screams that burn and cut into you like blades of flame. You search inside yourself for a memory deeper and older than anything you were ever conscious of. Not when you were alive, not when you breathed, not when you were. Before that and after. You're gorgeous and you're queer ass? Question, is your rice pudding like Mexican rice pudding? We had cinnamon to it. I think this one is less cinnamon, more there's a different spice in it. This one's like a Mediterranean. Is that even the right way to describe it? Middle Eastern. So good. I do like a Mexican rice pudding too, though. I like all rice puddings. when you were nothing at all. Okay, let's continue. Take me back. Take me back to the sea, damn it. Feel. You sink deep into your armor, searching through chain and rivet and plate for the threads that remain of you. The feelings that washed over you when you first settled into it remain. Flashes of sensation, flickers of emotion, memories of war and hunger and cold. The grip of your gauntlet around the bloodied hilt of a sword. These glimpses called to you when you first woke, but now they bind you. So slowly, you unravel yourself. You let threads fray. You let memories drift. You let your tether go. See. The scene around you grows distant. Darkness falls around you as if some force outside now extinguishes the moon and stars one by one. Your vision withdraws into your visor until it too merges into blackness, and then nothing at all. We're like undoing all the things that we did when we woke up. You let go of the strands of you like a tapestry unweaving itself. You let your memories emerge around you, becoming one with many. Yours and not yours, all and none. A single thread in a rippling fabric. A single drop in the roiling sea. But sound lingers longer than sight. A voice, quivering, reaches towards you. Tristan. And then, while the last thread of you is still intact, you... Listen. You're not my brother. The words snap you back to the living world with the force of a breaking wave, the shock of being thrown into a freezing pool. You fall back into the weight of your armor in mere moments, before you collapse onto the floor in a heap of metal, black and cold. You again. If you're dead too, then leave me be. Go! Go beyond the shore where I'll never see you. Spend your eternity in a place I'll never reach. My brother is... Let me drown. Let me go. I'm dead now. I'm a ghost. Not a hero or a knight or even a man any longer. My brother is a hero. A hero who loves me and always protects me. He would never hurt me or betray me like this. What happened? I'm not a hero, Lynn. But I swear, as long as I'm alive, I will protect you. In another time and place. Castle Winter. Lif. Year 298 Winter. Isn't that the year the dad died? Is that right? Grandmother? I brought you some warm milk. You are my heir, Tristram, not a servant. Will you wait until I cross the sunless sea before you act like it? The young man wordlessly sets the steaming cup down and retreats from the room. You almost feel a pang of remorse as you hear the door close behind him with a quiet thud. Old age is making you sentimental. The regrets you thought you tossed aside weigh like piled stones. The boy is almost 30, and on the surface an ideal successor. Level-headed, poised, a seasoned warrior, a skilled diplomat, like you trained him to be. But his heart is fragile and weak, just like... You sigh and turn towards the painting on the wall. Like him. His portrait has hung on that wall for decades. It was painted from your memories and descriptions. The artist spared no detail, but captured his likeness with a melancholy so true to life it stung you. Far from the heroic figure you wanted him remembered as. You'd dismissed that artist from your court in disgrace, and hung the portrait in the privacy of your chambers, safe from the eyes of the world. And so, he has kept watch over you, decade after decade, reminding you of your failures. You find yourself speaking to the dead more than the living these days. You dream of the things you'll ask him, explain to him, beg of him, demand from him. until we meet again beyond the sunless sea, dear brother. Whose POV are we in? The Marchioness? Interesting. Okay. You turn away from the painting to stare at the snow that drifts outside your window. It falls in ghost white flakes against an empty sky. A half-devoured moon lingers in the gloom. You sit there, watching that world of light and dark for a long while. Until you drift into the void of your dreams. Who are we? Who am I? I want a necklace too. You shout the words, though it isn't true. You have pretty necklaces back home in the castle, strung with pearls and sapphires as blue as the sky stowed among the jewels and clothes your mother left you. You're not jealous of the lumpy yellow stone around her neck at all. Oh my god, is the little sister jealous of the wife? But brother's my knight. He should treat me like the most special person in the world. There's still plenty to look at, Lynn. Why don't we see everything up? Why don't we see everything first? But why does she get a present? It's not fair. Lind. She replies before your brother can respond, kneeling down next to you. Tristan brought you all the way here for the festival. Isn't there something you should say to him instead of demanding gifts? We can be good. Thank you, brother. You mumble the words as you stare at your boots. You've learned that your brother gives her whatever she wants, so it's better to get her to like you. After all, she's no stranger to you. She isn't your sister yet, but she will be soon. Sister. You're not sure if you'll ever get used to the word. Come on, Lynn, your brother says, gently, a little guiltily. There's lots to see today that you'll like. Look, a play is starting. You can't help but perk up. You hardly ever see plays at the castle. Gather round, one and all, for the tale of Tristram, slayer of the Iron Beast. A booming voice shouts from a makeshift stage. The two knights share a relieved look, then gaze down expectantly at you. The two knights? The two knights? The two knights? The two knights? So his wife was a knight too. Okay. Knightess. How exciting. Let's take both their hands. Your brother takes your right hand while she takes your left. You hold on to them both tightly as you walk towards the stage. Something cold lands on your eyelid. A flake of snow. Snow? But it's so warm today. A shock of cold shoots up your hand as if you've put on a glove of ice. You yelp and jerk away, but your brother's gauntlet grips you like a manacle. You look up into his helmet as blood oozes from his visor in thick black rivulets. The drops burn when they land on your face. Lynn, it's time to wake up. What? What? Faint sunlight falls on your cheek as you shake off the remains of a half-forgotten dream. You breathe in deep, regretting it immediately as you take in the overwhelming scent of flowers, and slowly sit up. Oh my god, I'm so pretty. I must have dozed off. Spirits, what are you doing, Lind? You can't laze about today. You look down at the open journal in front of you, slightly creased from where your head rested against the page. Thankfully, you didn't spill any ink. Ruining my dress today would be a disaster I could never live down. Hastily, you pick up your quill and resume penning your message. That's all the preparations I've had to do. I've never been so busy in my life. I can only pray the tournament goes well. Please watch over Tristan. It would be so wonderful if he wins. Oh, his new armor is so beautiful. I just know he'll look so dashing. I wish you were here to see it too, Papa. I hope we both make you proud. Love, Lind. You give the ink a few moments to dry, then carefully tuck the journal away with a sigh. I should make my way to the Great Hall soon, but I don't want to. I can't remember the last time I had a moment to myself. I agree, Lune. I like the vibes too. You stretch out indulgently before you reluctantly rise from the cushioned chair in the solar. Surely I could afford a few more minutes? Your codex will continually update as you play as Lynn. We fully switched POV! Try consulting it for more insight into characters, places where you're really... Wait, that's really cool, because then you get to see the, time gap, right? Or don't. You're the one in command. Okay. Okay. Wait, that's exciting. Okay. I have to make a decision here. I think I need to stop stream. All right. I'm planning to pick this up again on Saturday. So I think this seems like a really good stopping point, like the point at which the two characters switch off POV. I'm very intrigued. I'm very curious. Okay, cool. Thank you for joining me. Long time no VN stream. It always feels good to come back to indie games, to be honest. I always miss it. Every time I like leave for a little bit and like play some other stuff or like do crafting for a while or something, and I come back and I'm like, yeah, indie gaming feels like home. When is this Saturday? I was gonna do, it would be 10 a.m. Pacific. So I don't really know what that translates to for everyone else. I guess in Europe it would be evening, probably, Saturday. All of the stream reservations are up on YouTube if you want a timing reference, but on Twitch, the reservation system's weird, so I don't usually do it. Yeah. Okay, well, I think that is a really good stopping point, so I'm gonna stop here. Thank you guys for joining for, hopefully, I was gonna say rare VN stream, but it shouldn't be rare going forward. I want to do them more regularly, so. Total War Shogun 2 and Spider Noir. Stippy's having a great evening. Okay, we probably won't raid anyone. I honestly am pretty tired. I think I'm just gonna go get some work done. So I have a lot of different projects in June that are like delayed, but I want to get them out in time for Pride Month for one of them, and then the other one is I want it in time for like before the Witch Hat Atelier anime ends. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we hit those deadlines. I'm not sure. Thank you, Aurora, for hanging out. And thank you again. Let me see. I don't know if Duwad's still here, but thank you for the gift subs also. Okay. Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, have a wonderful time of day. I will see you all. We're doing another, well, all the reservations are up on YouTube if you want to check the timings, but Friday I'm doing a Genshin stream, Paralogism. Saturday, we're going to make progress on this visual novel again. Sunday is going to be more Genshin, and then we'll probably finish the visual novel in a third session next week, is my plan. Okay. Kami, I'm glad you found it comfy. Girani, I didn't even know you were here. Thank you for being here. See you guys next time. Bye-bye. Bye.